Georgia Transparency is going hot with a follow-up on the city of Grantville and a mayor that could possess the lowest IQ of any public official in the country. Please make sure to like, share, subscribe to include smashing that notification bell. An article recently published by the Newnan Times Herald could show the Grantville city mayor is not too smart. In the early part of 2023, Mayor Proctor issued a statement on his mayor's Facebook page for Georgia Transparency to leave Grantville alone. There's nothing to see here. He states that there is no more open records to be requested.
Now, I'm going to leave this with one last comment, and I mean everything I'm getting ready to say. Mr. Georgia Transparency and your compadre here in Grantville, I've seen your videos. I saw you going after Mr. Clark, and I know you've been continually harassing him with more text messages, his wife, several other people. Lay off. There's nothing there to see, folks. There's nothing there for you to do. There's nothing there to go after. There are no more records to have open records requests for. Please leave the Clarks alone. Leave Grantville alone and let us move forward. We're not going to keep dabbling in the muck of the past. And I really mean it. Leave them alone. There's nothing there to see.
In December 2023, Proctor gives orders to have Grantville police issue Georgia Transparency a citation that violates a city ordinance. The Newnan Times Herald, quote, asks officers to remove Pickron and write him a citation for violating the city ordinance, end quote. On January 31st, 2024, several weeks after the incident, Proctor said one of the Grantville office staff members came into his office visibly upset and asked if she could if she, quote, really had to deal with this, end quote. Proctor said he did what he thought he could do to stop Pickron. This mayor could be trying to use the judicial system to silence the public that speaks up about the city. Mayor Proctor stated in a recent Q&A on his Facebook page that he would, quote, deny their First Amendment rights to do so.
Ask me questions, direct message on Facebook if you want, I'll answer those. You're allowed to redress me in any way you want. However, if you're one of these frauditors who gets on my Facebook page and posts nasty comments, I'll block you. Now, I think some of you have already seen some of that in action, but, you know, and I guess I'm denying their First Amendment right to do so, but they can freely email me, call me, or come see me. I don't want to get into that tonight. That's something I don't want to talk about. Sign for those country mice.
Mayor Proctor goes on to tell the Newnan Times Herald, quote, Pickron is not a resident of Grantville, end quote. Proctor also has beliefs that press credentials must pass his expectations of what he is looking for. Proctor said in a recent case law in Washington State backs up his assertions. If this is true, then would one have to provide credentials to practice a certain religion in Grantville? Would one have to provide credentials to speak freely in Grantville? Proctor stated that Pickron has harassed city employees on multiple occasions and that the mayor had been thinking for weeks about how to protect the staff. It appears that Mayor Proctor's thinking could land him and the city in some legal troubles by attempting to use the judicial system to silence someone for publishing about the city. There is also another federal lawsuit brought by another resident for very similar practices. The citation that Grantville was ordered to issue Georgia Transparency was questioned, quote, what if Channel 2 rode up here with a camera and started filming on the sidewalk out here? Would y'all write them a citation, end quote? The officer stated, quote, I don't know, end quote. It appears the Grantville officer is calling into question if the citation is in fact legal or not. Pickron is scheduled to appear in court in the Grantville Municipal Court on March 12, 2024. Proctor issued a threat to citizen Robert Royce for filming as well. Quote, if that goes on YouTube, then you will be in violation, end quote.
If that goes on YouTube, you're in violation next.
Really?
Seriously.
Have you ever seen me put anything on YouTube?
No, you haven't.
I haven't. Then talk to him, not me.
Okay.
So you're making another false accusation.
If you do what he does, you're on YouTube, you're on a violation next.
He's a
producer. He produces films.
You've never seen me put anything on YouTube, have you?
Mayor Proctor goes on his mayor Facebook page and posts that Russell should be ready to be charged with telecom harassment. The mayor has stated that he would get a convicted felony on me. Had the police issue a citation, threats of future charges, deleting previous social media comments, stating he will deny your First Amendment rights, and providing Newnan Times Herald with statements. Proctor is exhausting all avenues to include the judicial system to prevent Georgia Transparency from publishing about the city and staff. In a city council meeting on November 14, 2023, Mayor Proctor interrupted Georgia Transparency, voicing his concerns he has about the city. How's everybody doing this evening? Miss Berry brought up a good point about the city charter, about a clerk of the city clerk should have a oath of office. I know everyone I've pulled, I get back an oath of office. Anyways, she also brought up another good point about social media, Facebook and YouTube. Comments have been turned off. Why? Because the people can't comment? Why can't the people comment? You don't like what they have to say, so you delete the posts? And I think we've already addressed this issue with an intent to sue. And we've had this issue in the past with Mr. Clark. So if that's the information you're getting from Mr. Mitchell here, the city attorney, y'all might want your money back. Because the people have a right to say what they want, when they want to say it, on a government Facebook page. Censoring and deleting comments will stop, and it will stop right now. I hope I made myself clear on that. Censoring public records. City Manager Al Griesaber has admitted to altering these records in the past recording.
All comments are
Sir,
to the council.
Sir, this is my 3 minutes. Can you stop the time?
That's our rules.
No, I don't care about your rules. I care about the, no, sir.
You cannot mention them in your points.
Sir, I will say what I want when I want to say it.
Those are the rules.
I don't care about your rules. I care about the law. You're going to be quiet for 3 minutes and not say another word. You understand? Quit interrupting me. Mr. Griesaber admitted to altering public records in a previous recording, also caught by the Department of Justice for trying to suppress the black vote in Albany, Georgia, as well as the financial issues in Florida. And then I hear that the city's out of budget, over budget, or something here as well. You see that track record. You see that same track record. Also, something that happened in the past, something I found on Facebook, again, a public Facebook government page, that Mayor Proctor references himself as the Great White Hunter. The Great White Hunter strikes again down in Alabama with the boys. What is that in reference to? Did you strike again when you pointed at Miss Berry at a previous meeting telling her to be quiet because she's questioning, because she wants the best for the people, because she's asking questions, something that some of the other ones aren't up here doing, especially... Thank you. Don't interrupt me next time. I'm telling you. In another council meeting, Proctor attempted to silence a city council member, Miss dberry.
We've got a contract on this agenda to approve the city manager's
It's on the agenda.
increase. So what I have to say, I'll just say it out here in the public, and not in the public, and not in council chambers, because the city attorney's always said,
Frankly, I'm not going to let you say anything derogatory about the city manager to begin with.
Evaluating the city manager. It has to be done in closed
Quiet.
session.
And I mean it.
Hey, man, let me tell you something. Let me get something squared with you now. I'm tired of you disrespecting this Berry. One more word. Yeah, I'm telling you this. You don't give her respect like you get the rest of her respect. Now you gotta give her respect.
She's out of order.
You out of order too, and you deny it. You supposed to be able to hold that down.
I'm going through the agenda and she is disrupting the
I'm
agenda.
asking questions, Mr. Mayor.
We're not
I
at a
can
point to
ask
answer
questions. But I can ask a question about anything.
It appears in some text messages that Proctor will leave you alone as long as you don't go ranting on social media. It will stay that way. Recently filed lawsuit by Robert Royce against City Clerk Robbie Higgins calls into question the redaction of a police body cam video.
Did he show you the two different meeting minutes we had? Mm-hmm. So he showed you the one that was just the email from you, just a short little blurb.
Yeah, you see my little crappy paragraph.
Right. Well, I wouldn't call it crappy. It's straight to the point. It's what it is, right?
Yeah, well, that's what I usually do because I don't like beating around the bush.
Right.
You know. So
Right.
I do like little crappy paragraphs.
Right. So you saw that one.
Oh, that sounds cool.
So you
don't type. I don't type like that. I was,
Okay.
my typing, then that.
Right.
It's two different things.
No, turn on that last, please.
When
Where there could be city-related business discussed. City Clerk Robbie Higgins is the custodian of records for the city. Does Robbie check the quality of accuracy of records that are produced by a different department? Maybe a Superior Court judge can review the video in question and decide. Has anyone else in the city of Grantville having your rights trampled all over by this mayor? The same rights he swore to uphold when taking office. All information points that if Proctor doesn't like what you have to say, then he will try all avenues to silence you. Let me know what you think about this story in the comment section.
There are no more records to have open records requests for.
Wife beater clearance. You want to get this
Really?
wife beater clearance?
Go get him.
I'll just call Mr. Frauditor. He'll be all over you.
And I guess I'm denying their First Amendment right to do so. But
Until next time, GT is going cold.